Todd Cottrell huddling with his troops, trying to get them fired up there. Remind you, these games are brought to you also by Mountain View Auto Repair, your transmission specialist on Mountain View Road in Oakwood. By Conditioned Air Systems, cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It's Conditioned Air. By the Lion's Den, your family hair care center in Oakwood. By Rucksack Military Surplus with a full line of military and police gear. Also by Georgia Trophy for your plaques and trophies, an official supplier of our awards. Jagar Advertising and the Trophy Case, official supplier of clothing for all county sports. And we are back to live action here as Gainesville will have the first possession. A.J. Johnson drives, tries to put up a shot. He's going to be fouled.
Looks like Sterling Bailey going to be called for it. That would be his third foul.
Sterling does pick up number 3. But again, A.J. has had a terrible night from the line, and it continues. He's only hit 1. And Dick, that's his, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1 for 7.
7th shot. He's only got 3 points. Got 4 now. 47-25. Perry on the dribble to Hampton, who is absolutely unstoppable from three-point line. Sterling Bailey saves that one, gives it to Perry, who is going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Gainesville. Sadler, his second. Not a shooting foul. Perry will bring it back in.
Interesting, they had a double team that time on Hampton. Well away from the basket. Of course, that's got to open up somebody underneath. But
Perry, top of the key. Keemon Woods. Perry at midcourt. Guard him way out there is Trey Harrison. Woods to Perry. To Orr. Chris, little mini jump hook. I'll tell you what, Chris Orr with a nice soft touch around the basket. That's only his 4th point, Dick, and they turn it over again. Hampton was there, just intercepted an errant pass. On the dish to Woods. JC with the assist, Woods with the finish. Keemon's got 9. Harrison on the dribble. To Sadler. A.J. Johnson loses it, recovers, puts up the shot, and a foul. Once again, our officials tonight, Greg Norton, Kenny Austin, and Jeff Ford. Norton makes the call, and the call is going to be against
Chris Orr.
Very first foul for Chris. And once again, A.J. Johnson back at the free throw line where he's, 2 out of 8? Now 2 out of 9. Yep, 2 out of 9. This won't go down in A.J.'s little book of memories as a great night from the line. Rims out, he just can't buy a bucket. Orr with a rebound. Hands off to Keemon Woods. Woods to Orr. Perry. Guarded by Trey. Woods in the paint. Finger roll falls. They're going to wave it off, though, Dick. They're going to say charged. It's his 3rd. Team's 3rd of the half already. Woods will take a seat. They'll bring Hayden Chapman in, who also can hit from three-point line. Got that press going, Dick. A.J. Johnson. Long shot put up by Quan Holcomb. Long rebound comes out. Action stops yet again.
Well, no rebound on it, just out of bounds and off the Beast Hall.
Kenny Austin hands it to Trey Harrison, who throws it into Quan Holcomb, who puts up a long shot, no good. Rebounded by Cantrell, puts it up, no good. Holcomb back, and they're just hammered underneath the basket. I think Quan will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. That foul is on Chaz Cheeks. His second. Fourth on the team so far. Holcomb has not been to the free throw line, nor has he scored. And now you can erase both of those remarks because he has and he has. He's got a point. Quan Holcomb, a 6'1" senior guard for the Red Elephants of Todd Cottrell. Misses this one. Their night continues. Now Orr's getting a lot of rebounds, Dick. He's got 2 or 3 this half alone, I know. Perry will hand off to Brian Edwards. Edwards has his pocket picked by Deshaun Watson.
Gainesville being a little more aggressive on defense and a little more aggressive taking the ball to the hole.
Hayden Chapman is going to pick up that foul, his second, and the team's 5th. It's another shooting foul. I'll tell you what, if Gainesville had hit their free throws, this would be a whole lot closer game. They just can't do it. There's a lid on the bucket. And Dick, remember, this is the different goal than what they were shooting on in the first half.
So they must push some button at halftime for the opposing team. There's one.
Well, he's 2 out of 3 from the stripe tonight. He's got 4 points. Talking about Watson. Edwards dishes it off. Perry will take it in the paint instead. One-handed little scoop layup off the glass, and Dre Perry has got 6 points. Trey Harrison flips it off. Holcomb backs off top of the circle. Now between the circles. Guarded by Edwards. Tries to use a screen by A.J. Johnson. Instead, A.J. gets it. Takes it to the hole and charges. Wave off the basket as Johnson picks up the charge. His second and the team's second of this half. Perry to inbounds. Bounce comes into Edwards. Sandwiched and fouled. That one's going to go against Quan Holcomb. Should be his first. Dick, I'm proud for East Hall that all these championship banners, but sometimes they get in the way of us looking at the scoreboard. Well, they got a ton of them, don't they? Region
they
and state.
Do.
Man, it's something.
And a fine team this year. Be interesting when the tournament comes around. Do they have enough height to advance far in the tournament?
Watson picks up his second foul, I'll tell you that. Edwards. Now, having said that, Edwards bounced past Chaz Cheeks. Spin move by Cheeks. Oh, nice little layup off the glass. Had a little English on that one. And Chaz has got 4 points. Now, having said that about Gainesville, about East Hall, and another turnover. If you go to Gainesville, they got about as many banners hanging there. Girls and boys. Both these teams with state championships between them. Yet another turnover.
And we're going to have a foul on Dre Perry for pushing off. If something goes right for Gainesville there.
55-27.
Nobody would have expected this one, at least I didn't.
Holcomb, a long three-point shot is good.
They hit about 10 of those in a row, and we got a ball game.
He's got 4. Holcomb, I mean. Perry on the dribble. Takes it to the rack, but no good. Rebounded by Cantrell. Cantrell takes it coast to coast. Count it. And he's fouled.
Shaquan showing a little fire with that rebound and then taking it all the way down for the layup.
And the foul is going to go on Hayden Chapman, his third, second of this half. And now a whole different team from East Hall will come in as Shaquan Cantrell will be at the free throw line where he is actually 2 out of 3.
Chavez Warren checking in for Gainesville.
Cantrell can't get that one to fall. They get it out in front to Teasley, who's going to be fouled at the very last minute by Watson. No foul. Just a knock out of bounds. Keemon Woods will inbounds. Get it into Teasley. East Hall crowd couldn't believe that. Hampton on the baseline. Loses it out of bounds, but he bounced it off of Gainesville. Shot is up, no good. Keemon Woods. Foul will go. I think that's on Norman, isn't it?
It is on Norman, and it is his second.
Woods is good. He's got 10.
Vikings are only 3 out of 6 from the line at halftime. So neither team in that first half, there's a miss. Playing lights out from the free throw line, neither team.
Yeah, not exactly been scintillating, have they? Norman. To Watson, open for 3. Nope. Tap out to Warren, open for 3. Nope. Gonna have it over the back, I think.
Cantrell gonna get it.
Loses it, but recovers. And finished by Shaquan Cantrell. He's got 10. Here they go. East Hall's Teasley drives. And yet another foul. 3:02 to play here in the third.
And both teams already, Gary, in the bonus.
Teasley. TD, that was his first attempt from the free throw line. He hasn't scored either. Bailey will step out. Chris Orr will come in for the Vikings. Vikings in white and black, and Gainesville in mostly red and white. Missed them both. A.J. Johnson for the rebound. There comes Norman across the line with it. Mike directing traffic. Running the point. Off to Javez Warren. Warren takes it to the edge of the paint, tries to dish it to A.J. Johnson. Intercepted by Woods out front to Perry. Dre on the finish, good. He's got 8. And the lead just grows and grows. 58-34, Mike Norman. And the tone was set early as Javez Warren saves it from going into the backcourt. Watson to Cantrell. Spin move by Shaquan. And it's going to be a foul on Chris Orr.
He thought he had the block, and he got a lot of ball on that one,
yes,
Gary.
He did in the East Hall crowd. You know, surprisingly enough, Dick, everybody's hanging around. Cantrell has got 11. He is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's now 3 out of 5 from the stripe. He'll have another. It's up, and it is good. Shaquan Cantrell has got 12 points for Coach Todd Cottrell's Red Elephants. And a whistle on the other side.
And Cantrell going to be called for the blocking foul. He's picked it up. He's a sophomore. He's picked it up here in the third quarter.
His third foul.
So we're going to be having a lot of trips, Gary, to the free throw line from here on out.
Yep. And that's Woods. Keemon Woods got 10 points. He's 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Now he's 1 out of 3 as A.J. Johnson picks up the rebound. And bombing it from three-point range is Quan Holcomb. No good. Here comes McCreevy with it. Got the long rebound, and he brought it across himself. Now Dre Perry will back it back. Keemon Woods to McCreevy to Perry.
A little bit of a weave. Yep.
To Chris Orr. High for the rebound is Shaquan Cantrell. Cantrell will take it coast to coast and charge.
A little out of control trying to get it into the basket.
That's
good thing to
fourth.
try to get it in there, but he probably is going to have to take a seat here.
That is his fourth.
Although when you're down by 22, doesn't really matter. He's playing well in the third quarter. Keep him in.
East Hall trying for the sweep earlier tonight. They won 52-37. Oh! They go the other way. This time they say not a charge, but a two-shot shooting foul. 55, Braden Gerard is going to pick that up for the Vikings.
Didn't quite have position, and he was right under the basket, and Cantrell gets the benefit of that call. He is having a good third quarter. Here come the two football players back in. For East Hall, Chaz Cheeks and Sterling Bailey.
Cantrell will try to hit this one. Dickey's hit his last four in a row from the stripe. He's got 14 points.
And he is going to come take a seat with a minute 28 to go in quarter number 3, which has been a good one for him.
Hampton will bring it up. Far sideline. Perry with it. Guarded by Johnson. Perry pulls up, little 12-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sterling Bailey. Bailey and A.J. Johnson going together on the low block. A.J.'s going to pick up the foul, I think. Nope, and they're going to call it on A.J. Johnson. Going to call it on Sadler. And Sterling Bailey at the free throw line is now 1 for 1. That's his only point of the game, too, Dick. Got that little line drive, but it's got enough spin on it. It's that inside that rim, goes right straight
tall
down.
Enough. The effect is that he's shooting down on the basket.
He's so big. Chavez Warren off to Trey Harrison. Holcomb to Harrison. Pulls up, blocked by Bailey. He's making his presence felt in other ways and scoring. Dre Perry will bring it up. Hampton for 3, might as well. Tapped out by Holcomb. Juan will bring it down. Spins around to Chavez Warren. Warren whips it over to A.J. Johnson. A.J. backs up beyond the three-point line and shoots and scores. A.J. has had trouble at the free throw line, but he's hit from 3 now. He's got 7 points. 41-60. Gainesville trying to mount a little bit of a run here at the end of the third period. Perry, as the Vikings look like they're playing for the last shot of the period. No shot clock in high school, of course. And Perry will take it to the edge of the lane. Dish it off. And a fall away, fade away by Hayden Chapman at the buzzer. Goes empty, 60-41. We're at the end of 3. East Hall by 19 on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Hey, it may be wintertime, but you still need to take care of the home place, and Precision Pressure Wash and Painting Services is just the company to do it. While pressure washing is their specialty, Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services also offers many other great home improvement services that will benefit you. They live up to their name and complete each of these tasks with precision the first time around. These services include deck repairs, deck staining, water sealing, floor coatings with concrete staining and epoxy applications, gutter cleaning, window washing, siding repair, window replacement and removal, door repair, sheetrock installation and repair. In fact, no job is too small for them to handle. They've served the residents of Hall County and surrounding areas since 1992. That's Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services. For questions, a free estimate, or to request a service, please phone 770-536-3824 or 678-316-4554.
This broadcast is made possible in part by the Lion's Den in the Goodwill Shopping Center in Oakwood, Hall County's family hair care professionals. Make an appointment or just drop by. Walk-ins are always welcome at the Lion's Den. Conditioned air systems. We keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Whenever you need us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And by North Georgia Video Productions and Hall County Sports Television. From weddings to dance recitals to football, basketball, wrestling, and more, we are your source for quality video production and local athletics on television.
Todd Cottrell there at the bottom of the screen, and the crowd across the way still hanging in there, Dick, but it was a good quarter for Gainesville.
Well, they outscored the Vikings 17-13. They still got a long uphill climb to go to 19-point deficit, but there's a lot of time left.
That's right.
Got a whole quarter.
Whole quarter. You saw Joe Dix there. And with a three-point shot, things can turn around in a hurry. Just got to get hot. Perry, as the Vikings will have first possession of the final period of regulation. Perry will pull up. 10-footer is in and out. No good. Warren on the rebound. Chavez double teamed in the backcourt. A.J. Johnson gives him some help. Now A.J. will put it on. Well, A.J. handles the ball pretty well.
He does.
They try to whip it down low. It'll be knocked out of bounds. It's going to still be Gainesville basketball.
And he's extremely quick.
You saw Sadler on the low post down there, just couldn't get it down to him. That's why Tennessee wants him. Oh, he can play. Sadler put an elbow and scores.
He was waiting for something to get called, and it wasn't, so he said, oops, I better shoot.
You know, he went scoreless in that third quarter, Dick. Sadler, I mean. That's his first points of the half. There's another turnover. Gainesville trying to scrap their way back into it, 60-43. Warren will bring it across. Chavez on the dribble, pulls up inside of the top of the key. Yes, he was on the line though, so it's going to be just a long two. But that's about as long as you can get and still have a two. Rejected by A.J. Johnson. Here comes Mike Norman with it. The Elephants making a run, and he's going to be fouled. Norman went up.
Now they're going to call it offensive.
Oh, wow. Todd Cottrell playing cheerleader there. That is Mike Norman's third foul, by the way. A lot of folks hovering around there with 2 and 3 fouls, Dick. And Cantrell for Gainesville's got 4.
Gainesville still playing at it, Gary.
Gainesville now picked up full court. Keemon Woods will drive the length of 4. Count it, and he's fouled. Vikings breaking a scoring drought with that one, and the foul will go on A.J. Johnson. That's his third, second of the half. Gainesville now with 10 team fouls for this half, and Keemon Woods at the free throw line where he is 1 for 3. That was his 12th point on that basket.
A little mop-up action down there. A little perspiration has come on the floor, or either they're trying to kill some ants that have come in.
I was going to say, so you think you can dance. In any event, they get it done. Woods at the free throw line will try for his 13th point of the evening.
And Cheeks will stick with basketball and football instead of dancing.
63-45. Johnson inbounds. By the way, we are scheduled to go back into the college ranks for our next game of the week. Brown and Shorter. Warren for three. Rims off. Cantrell had it but lost it. A.J. Johnson saved it. To Warren. To Harrison. Bounce pass to Cantrell. Can't handle it. That's a steal. Perry got it. Kemon Woods has it tapped away by A.J. Johnson. And now another scramble. A.J.'s got it. On the dish to Cantrell. Assists Johnson. Cantrell with the finish. He's got 16. 47-63. Here comes Josh Hampton up. JC on the dribble. He has not scored this half, Dick, with 20 points at halftime. And just as I say that, he pulls up and hits the little 13-footer. Javez Warren, he was hitting them from about 29 feet in the first half. Warren is going to be pushed. That'll be a shooting foul.
And everybody's over the limit from here on out, Gary.
Yeah.
Everything will be 2 shots.
Cheeks on the foul, by the way. That's his third. As Warren hits the first. That's just his third point of this contest for the junior 5'10" guard.
Biggest lead of the night was, I think, about 23, Gary, right there at halftime. They may have stretched it a little bit in the third quarter, but Gainesville's hung in.
Rebounded by Bailey. Perry pulls up, 8-footer is good. Dre's in double digits, he's got 10. 67-48, just when Gainesville makes a run, East Hall responds. Quan Holcomb, right, the little dipsy doodle, is going to be rebounded by Sadler. High off the glass, no good. And that one rebounded by Chapman. What's the rebounding look like, Dick, on the battle of the boards?
That's about even, basically, here in the second half, and was about even in the first half. That hasn't been much of a factor.
No, it's been the three-point shots by East Hall in that first half.
And the turnovers in the first half by Gainesville, and the dismal free throw shooting there that has picked up here in the last couple of minutes for Gainesville.
Trey Harrison commits his third foul as Chapman now has 4 points on the night. He hit that one tray way back in the first period and has been silent from the scoring till now. 5:08 to play at Valhalla. This one's good as well. Earlier, Dick, at Gainesville, it was a 1-point game, wasn't it? And Gainesville won it.
No, East Hall won it
East Hall won it by one.
Yeah.
Spin by Deshaun Watson was no good. Chapman will pull up for the three. Back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Orr to Perry. Perry for three. Nope. Tap, tap. Bailey tried to save it. Instead, hit the door so hard, and it opened up to the outside. So East Hall trying for the sweep is what you're telling me here.
Yeah,
trying for the sweep tonight, too. The East Hall girls won at 52-37 early on.
But all of the games had been close, and we certainly didn't expect this. Probably neither team did.
Well, we'll talk about that when we send it down to our winning coach and the player of the game that Dick and I will be picking. Sponsored by Chick-fil-A, Georgia Trophy, and of course us here at North Georgia Video Productions and Hall County Sports TV. Teasley tries to drive and instead picks up a foul. That's Teasley's first by my account. No, they say it's his second. They must have picked up one in the first half. Ryan Edwards will check back in for the Vikes. Get it into Norman in the backcourt. Knocked out of bounds from behind by Teasley. So it'll still be Gainesville basketball. Holcomb to Cantrell. Cantrell deep in the corner to Deshaun Watson for three. Nope.
I think you're going to get a foul called maybe on number, well, let's see.
They walk in the other way. Call on Norman. They're going to say that's Mike Norman's fifth. Okay. So at the line will be T.D. Teasley.
Rammed out on him.
Yep, he is 0 for 3 from the stripe. Not having a good night at the free throw line is T.D. 6'3" junior. Now he's 0 for 4. As Edwards is scrambling for the ball, he's going to get hit. And that's going to be on Shaquan Cantrell. That's going to be his fifth. That hasn't helped their rhythm either, Dick.
No, they have never really gotten in any kind of sequence for the whole game. It's just they've been forced out of the game, and East Hall took control of the tempo earlier. Kind of had Gainesville playing the East Hall style of basketball, and Gainesville might have done well if they could have established a half-court game, but they couldn't run with them.
4 and 5 points for Edwards now, and yet another turnover by Gainesville. Woods to Edwards for three. Nope. Rebounded by A.J. Johnson. I bet A.J.'s got a lot of rebounds, doesn't he?
Well, really only got him for 5. He averages 8.
Me.
Yep.
Seems like he's always been around the ball. Chavez Warren will drive. Nope. And his oar went up. He is going to be fouled from behind. So they walk the other way, like you said, Dick.
A.J. Johnson
picks up foul number 4. Gainesville's already had 2 guys foul out, Mike Norman and Shaquan Cantrell. Now E.J. with 4, but you're right, Dick, with 3:46 to play, so what? And now Chris Orr will be at the free throw line. He's got 4 points. He's not attempted a free throw this evening. He's got 6. J.C. Hampton set the tone of the game in the first half with all of those threes. Orr.
Well, the second quarter when Gainesville got outscored 25-10, that was pretty much it.
Well, Hampton had 11 at the end of one, 20 at the half. He still had 20, did not score in the third period on fairly limited play. He's also got a couple of points here. He's got 22. 73-48. A.J. Johnson trying to drive to the hole. And instead he's going to charge, and that'll be all for A.J.
Chase England going to check in.
Guys have fouled out. Chase England now, number 34 instead of 43. Numbers in reverse, huh?
They were looking in the mirror when they were giving us the numbers.
McCreevy will come in. Hampton got anything else? He got any rebounds or steals or anything that jumps out at you, Dick? JC, I mean, number 22.
Not a couple of turnovers.
McCreevy drives.
3 turnovers and 1 rebound.
2 shots coming McCreevy's way as the crowd now starts to file out.
And East Hall sending in 5 fresh new bodies in. Well, refurbished bodies. They've all played, but they're coming back out onto the court again.
McCreevy will have another. East Hall has made the most of their trips to the line here in the second half too, haven't they, for the most part?
They have. It's been all East Hall really in this game.
Harrison picks it up to Warren. Watch Gainesville start really jacking the threes now, and Javez hits one. He's got 6, and there's a timeout on the floor. We'll go with him. 3:20 to play, 75-48. East Hall over Gainesville, the Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Fast, friendly, and knowledgeable staff. You'll find all that and more at Riverside Pharmacy. At Riverside Pharmacy, you'll be treated like an individual, not just another face in the crowd. We combine that old-fashioned treatment with modern technology to provide you with the best possible care. We also offer custom medications with our on-site compounding lab. And don't forget to visit the Gift Nook for that unique and unusual gift. All first-quality greeting cards are just $1. Choose a pharmacy you can trust. Riverside Pharmacy. Modern technology, hometown traditions. 935 Green Street in Gainesville, 770-532-6253.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Precision Pressure Washing and Painting, Chick-fil-A, Office Pros, Dave's Goodie Barn, The Car Store, McEver Road United Methodist Church, Metal Roofing Sales, Mountain View Auto Repair, Conditioned Air Systems, The Lions Den, Georgia Trophy, Rucksack Military, J. Gar Advertising, The Trophy Case, and North Georgia Video Productions. And yet another turnover. It has been a rather turnover-filled game, Dick.
The 5th one of the half for East Hall. So they're approaching double figures. They've got 8.
3:14 to play in this one. Harrison to Javez Warren, who just hit a 3. He'll put up another 3. Nope. Keemon Woods with the rebound.
And yet another foul.
I think that one is going to go on Deshaun Watson, his 3rd. Woods holds at 13. He's 3 out of 6 from the strike. Harrison is going to be fouled here.
We went almost 6 seconds without a foul.
Without a foul?
Yep.
Wow. That'd be a record for this game. Woods picked up that foul. As Trey Harrison will attempt to get into the scoring book. He does not, at least not yet. That was his first attempt from the free throw line, as well as McCreevy comes back in. Sterling Bailey, Chris Orr come out. Also coming in is Hayden Chapman, number 40, for the Vikings. Bailey will get the low 5 from everybody. And now Trey Harrison is in the book. He's got a point. Woods with a long lead pass to McCreevy, shoots and scores. Daniel McCreevy, I've got him for 8 unofficially. Harrison puts it up, rims out. And yet another foul. This one is going to be on Hampton. Should be his 4th. Harrison back at the free throw line where he just was. Nope. Neither team exactly putting on a clinic from the stripe, unless it's a clinic on what not to do. And just because I said that, of course, he'll hit one. He's 2 out of 4, shooting 50%. That's about what people have done tonight, Dick, 50% or less. And a steal by Watson. and it rims off. That's the way it's gone for Gainesville tonight. Perry on the rebound. Dre will bring it out. They may run a little of that weave now. Gainesville going for the steal. Saved by Woods. Timeout. 2:16 to play. We'll go with them. East Hall 78, Gainesville 53, Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
In the red corner, the little guy holding prices down for all of Hall County, Dave's Goody Barn. And in the blue corner, the heavyweight full price leader eating your lunch daily, the Big Box Store.
Well, Mike, what do we know about the contender?
Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, go on down and visit the good folks at Dave's Goody Barn. The buyers for the store travel the globe searching for the greatest deals so the savings can be passed along to you. They purchase from insurance companies due to fires, floods, and other natural disasters. Most of this merchandise is in near perfect condition. Now, back to the fight. Let's get ready to rumble!
Holy cow, Mike! Dave just KO'd the Big Box Store in the first round.
Well, like I said, Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, hurry on down to Dave's Goody Barn or visit their website at davesgoodybarn.com, because what's there today may be gone tomorrow.
This broadcast is made possible in part by Metal Roofing Sales. If you're tired of replacing those old-fashioned shingles, check out Metal Roofing in Dawsonville. Let them be your metal roofing specialists. By the offices of Dr. Brad Dixon, next to Lanier Park Hospital, experts in sedation dentistry. By Rucksack Military Surplus. Drop by and enjoy their selection of police and military supplies, boots, clothing, uniforms, flags, collectible pins, and more. Just off Brownsbridge Road in Gainesville, next to Ryan's Restaurant. By Georgia Trophy, official supplier of our Player of the Game plaques as well as Hall County Sports Television's seasonal and yearly awards. By McEver Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill in Oakwood, wishing all of our athletes the best in 2011. McEver Road United Methodist Church, dedicated to changing our community and the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. And by North Georgia Video Productions and Hall County Sports Television. From weddings to dance recitals to football, basketball, wrestling, and more, we are your source for quality video production and local athletics on television.
Perry saves things for the Vikings. To Hampton, to Perry, to JC. Now he is guarded by Luke Moore, who's come into the game. I think we had Luke with a couple of points in the first half, but I believe that those points belong to Mike Norman. As Gainesville will maintain possession. I think this is the first action Luke has seen in the game, Dick, as far as I can tell. Woods to Perry. Under 2 minutes to play now. 78-53. Perry to Chapman. Chapman back to Perry to Woods. Woods. Free throw line jumper is in and out. Tap, tap. Rebounded by Deshaun Watson. Watson, far sidelines. Shot is up and no good by England. Rebounded by Woods again. Keemon stuffed, and he's fouled. Keemon's got 16, Dick.
And he fired the crowd up with that one.
Yep.
Two hands. Coming down with it with some authority.
Foul on England. Keemon has a chance to score his 17th point of the game and go over 50% from the free throw line if he can. And he does, both of those things.
And now Hunter Warwick is coming into the game for East Hall. For Woods. What's he ended up with?
Woods has got 17. Moore. That's a long tooth for Luke Moore. And having it slapped away by Moore as he was driving toward the line, toward the basket was Hunter Warwick, who Dick said just checked in. Exactly a minute to play in this one, 80-56. Clean block, no foul. Turk and Gerard will come back in for the Vikings. McCreevy to inbounds.
And a 5-second call.
So Chase England will inbounds to Milton Welchel, who's come into the game for the Red Elephants. Moore, another long two-point shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good. Rebounded by McCreevy for the Vikings. And they try to lead Hunter Warwick, who had to have been about the size of Shaquille O'Neal to get that one. Well, Dick, who are we looking at as player of the game? I think it's, although Kemon Woods came on strong, it was really the shooting of J.C. Hampton in the first half that sort of turned this one around, don't you think? I
do think so. I mean, the second half, he's got to play a different game. He's not going to have to take those shots, and he didn't. And so, yeah.
All right, Joshua J.C. Hampton, the junior 6'1" guard, our player of the game. Warwick puts it up. Nope, won't go. Gets his own rebound. Reed Tipton also in for the Red Elephants. Lead to Moore from Welchel, and that'll do it. 81-58. The Vikings win it. They go to 18-5. Gainesville will drop to 15-7. Our player of the game, Joshua J.C. Hampton with 22 points, a rebound or two. Ran the floor very well for the Red Elephants. And Dick will be back in just a moment to talk with the victorious coach Joe Dix as well as J.C. Hampton. Your final once again, it's East Hall 81, Gainesville 58, Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
The new spicy chicken sandwich, now at Chick-fil-A.
Eat more chicken at your Chick-fil-A, located at the corner of Pearl Nicks Parkway and Shallowford Road.
Imagine 3 football fields of the most unbelievable pre-loved office furniture. That's what just arrived at School Tools and Office Pros. Team Office Pros is doing the touchdown dance while saving you money on chairs for executives, managers, students, and teachers starting at $19.99. Bookcases for lawyers, accountants, classrooms, and libraries starting at $24.99. File cabinets for medical, legal, professional, and personal starting at $49.99. Desks for college students, businesses, and home office starting at $99.99.
Unbelievable!
Mountain View Auto Repair is your local full-service auto repair shop. Trusted with your vehicles for over 20 years, our experience will ensure that your vehicle will stay well-maintained year-round.
Mountain View Auto Repair is the place to bring your vehicle. They'll always treat you right. The service is good and the prices are very reasonable.
You can trust our experts in everything from transmissions to brakes to engine repairs and oil changes.
If you don't need the repairs, Danny's going to tell you. He does what he says he's going to do, and he'll make it right every time.
He takes patience and explains it so that I can understand. It's very easy for me to talk to Danny about a problem I think I have with my vehicle.
Go see Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair. He will treat you right.
(81-58), Vikings on top of the Red Elephants. That's the final score from Valhalla tonight. And standing by with the victorious coach Joe Dix and our player of the game, J.C. Hampton, our very own G. Richard Hort.
Down here with victorious coach Joe Dix of the East Hall Vikings. And Coach, None of us expected anything like this tonight, but you blew them out of the gym. Were you expecting anything like this?
No, I thought we played well because we have been over the last 2 or 3 weeks, but kids were lights out tonight, particularly in the first half. Got going. This guy here making some shots, got everybody going, and just a heck of a performance tonight.
Our player of the game, and who will receive the North Georgia Video Production Georgia Trophy, is J.C. Hampton, who had 22 points. J.C., 20 of them came in the first half when you were cooking to start this game off. What was the hand feeling like for you?
Oh, well, last night I couldn't hit nothing. And last night when I was going home, the coach told me to buy a jumper. So before the game, I told the coach I bought a jumper, and I was ready to play.
And you had a great first half. You really didn't have to take those shots in the second half. So, I mean, you really, when you think about it, you played well and smart in the second half because you didn't have to do that.
Yes, sir. I really wanted to play good the first half so we can have a good lead. So I had to do as much in the second half.
Well, you outscored them 25-10 in the second quarter, and you were a big part of that.
Yeah, I tried my best to look for my other teammates and hit more shots.
All right, you had a great game. We congratulate you. You're our North Georgia Video Productions North Georgia Player of the Game, and he'll be getting a trophy, and we appreciate your taking time to be with us, and congratulations on a phenomenal game and a particularly wonderful first half.
Thank you.
All right, J.C. Hampton leading all scores with 22 on the night. Also, Keemon Woods with 17 on the evening. He was the second leading scorer of the game. When you got the first and the second leading scorer in the game, that's pretty good news for your team. Dick Horde making his way back up the steps. Now coming into it, there you go, Dick. They also had Dre Perry with 10 points, did the Vikings. So I said you got the first and second leading scorer in the game, you're doing pretty good, and they spread around the love. Unofficially, Daniel McCreevy with 8. Chris Orr had 7. I got Hayden Chapman with 5. Brian Edwards had 5. What else? We got a couple more. Hayden Chapman, I said he had 5. Sterling Bailey had 2, but made his presence felt in other ways, as we said. And Braden Gerard had 2. For the Red Elephants, well, their leading scorer was Shaquan Cantrell. He had 16. They did have another player in double figures, Keldrick Sadler with 12. Other scores for the Red Elephants, A.J. Johnson, 7, but if he'd hit his free throws, he'd have been in double figures, that's for sure. Luke Moore had 4. Javez Warren had 6. Deshaun Watson had 4, and Reed Tipton came in late and had a couple of points as well. 81-58, the final sweep by the Vikings. They won the girls' game 52-37. Dick, anything else jump out at you?
Well, it was 22-14 after one quarter, and already East Hall showing that they were going to pull away with this one, but that second quarter was just a killer for Gainesville. And with all those turnovers in the first half, they had 11 turnovers in the first half. Couldn't hit the free throws. I mean, they just got way down, and it was too much to overcome for them.
47-24, and of course, as we just heard, Joe Dix did not expect this. 47-24 at the half, 60-41 at the end of 3, and the final 81-58.
Well, and we agree with him that they really were lights out, and those are his words, and we echo that. They were. They had a great first half.
All right. I want to thank Dick Horde for coming up. I want to thank Jimmy and Tracy Giles as well as Justin Giles. Okay. Dick, we may be drafting you again when the playoffs roll around. Next week, though, we're supposed to step back into the college ranks. Brunel with a formidable task in trying to play shorter, even though it's going to be at the Brunel gym. Shorter's pretty good this year in women's basketball.
Well, you will have to get Gary Bays to pull them through for us. And, I've been unable to see any of the Brunel games this year. And, I miss that. It's good to be able to come back and do some high school basketball with you. And maybe the opportunity does come that I can be up for some of the tournament games.
Some of the tournament games. But one of your favorite people in the world, Gina Gailey, is supposed to be working with us over now.
Always enjoy seeing Gina. The problem is I hardly ever see her anymore.
81-58 Vikings. That's the final tonight. East Hall will rise to 18-5 on the year. Pretty good year. Gainesville also have a pretty good year, and when they get back in their league, they might be doing pretty well as well. Watch out for the Red Elephants come tournament time. They dropped to 15-7. For Jimmy and Tracy Giles, as well as Dick Horde, I'm Gary Glenn. You've been watching the Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
getting married soon? Or do you know someone who is? The most wonderful present that you can give a loved one or friend is a wedding memory keepsake on video that captures all of the excitement of that special day and that can be treasured year after year. The folks at North Georgia Productions are experts in wedding photography and videography. Their job is to capture all of the beauty of your wedding day as seen through your eyes. There is nothing more disappointing than a poor quality video of the most important day of your life. Don't let that happen. Call the professionals at North Georgia Productions. You can be assured that your wedding day will be captured on video just the way you dreamed it. Call 770-297-0528 or email weddings@northgeorgiaproductions.com.